My name is Roberto Philipp. I'm interviewing my mom, Fiorella Philipp. Her maiden name is Miani. Not Miami, but Miani. So, Ma, when and where were you born?
Sono nata a Pola l'8 dicembre, Pola, Italia, l'8 dicembre 1931.
To translate, she's saying December the 8th. She was born December the 8th, 1931. And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Siamo in tutto 5 sorelle e un fratello.
So 5 sisters and 1 brother. And I can tell you now that one sister's left in La Spezia in Italy. Her name is Bruna. And 1 sister's here in Toronto. Her name is Violetta. The rest of them passed away. All right. So now that Pola, Italia is now Pula, Croatia, just a brief history, in 1947, it changed hands to Yugoslavia with the help of the United Nations. How does it make you feel that you lost your homeland?
Very bad.
Okay, absolutely. We all know that war is dirty politics, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you believe that Italy invaded Croatia, or do you believe that the Croatians used this as an excuse to have your land?
An excuse. Una scusa.
Una scusa, an excuse. They were there. They were present in Istria and Dalmazia, but do you think that they were the rightful owners of the land?
No, no way. No, 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 no.
And folks, that's documented in history. So there's a bunch of BS going on regarding these lands and stuff. Okay, so what memories do you have about Pola while you were growing up?
Beautiful memory, but the war camp was so many bombardment and everything, and I was young and the memory was really, really good. Just was really sad to leave it.
But I mean, as a child, like, you would go to the ocean.
To the ocean every day. The ocean was just in front of my house.
And
I used to go in the water every day.
And you played with your friends and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And you were 16 when you left?
Yeah, 16.
In 1947, okay. You once told me a story about saying goodbye to a man that you called Nono, which is grandfather. Tell me that story again.
Well, he came to our house. We call him Nono. And we stay everybody around him. So you don't see that the house was almost empty. And so we don't say that we're going to leave Pola, because we were scared and everything. So we went to the boat to leave Pola, and my father remember he left something in the house. So he said to me and my sister, go and get what I left over there.
What did he leave? Was it wine?
Yeah.
It was a jug of wine.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
So when we come back to the boat, that's what I call grandfather, Nono, e si era accorto che noi partivamo via.
He basically caught, to translate, he caught wind that they were actually leaving.
Yeah. And he was looking the boat and cried.
Yeah, and he was waving goodbye, right?
Yeah.
He knew that he would never see them again. So really a hard thing. Okay, and when you left Pola, you ended up in camps before coming to Canada, right?
Yeah.
Which ones?
La Spezia.
La Spezia
La
is
Spezia was a Italian camp.
Yeah, it was an Italian camp, but
Yeah.
The majority of them were I.R.O. camps, right?
Oh yeah,
International Refugee Organization camps.
Yeah.
So my mom did not come here as an immigrant from Italy to have a better life. She basically was put into these camps, and okay, so Spezia was one of them, which is in Liguria, and then there was the one near Napoli, Bagnoli, right?
Yeah, this was a I.R.O. camp.
Yeah,
was
I.R.O.
a refugee.
And then you ended up in Germany too.
Yeah. First we went to near Ancona, Fermo.
Fermo, yeah.
And they give you all kind of needle. We don't even know why. They call them FF5.
Yeah, FF5 is a known cancer-causing injection that they would give to refugees to quote-unquote sterilize them, and to, not sterilize, but to basically make sure that they didn't have any immune diseases, meanwhile cause cancer. And not just that, but the men were sprayed with DDT down their pants, and the women were sprayed with DDT as well in the camps that were ready to ship these people to either Australia, South America, or Canada. So you ended up in Germany too, right?
Yeah, but after Fermo, we went to near Napoli, Aversa, Campo di Aversa, e dopo siamo stati là circa più di un anno. Dopo ne ha portato il campo dei Bagnoli. Dei Bagnoli si veniva la commissione canadese e ne ha controllato e ne ha accettato di partire per il Canada.
Okay, I'll stop you there. So
Yeah.
just to translate, she went from Naples, and anyway, the Canadian Commission came and they were deemed fit for coming to Canada. And then you ended up in Bremenhaven in Germany, right?
No Bremenhaven, Tirpitz.
Oh, Tirpitz, okay.
In Germany.
Which was a concentration camp.
Yeah.
Right. How were you treated in Germany?
Not very good.
Neither was I.
No.
So they made you do what? Peel potatoes?
Peel potatoes, and we start to sing our song. And the German came and he said, Italiano solo cantare, niente lavorare.
Okay. So the Germans came and said, oh, the Italians, all they do is sing and they don't work. And then I believe that when you tried to leave the camp...
We want to go outside, 5 or 6 girls, just to look around. And 1951, they point a machine gun on us.
Yeah, right at your stomach and said, get back.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and the war was over. So, where was the, you know, like, where were the protectors of these refugees? It's beyond me. By the way, folks, this case regarding people who left Istria, Dalmazia, Fiume is closed. The case is closed for discussion. It's not open for discussion for 90 years. This is going back to the 80s. That means all the people that were born there during the time of the transition from Italy to Yugoslavia, these people will all be deceased. But people like me are still alive, and all those people who are hiding the truth can really and truly go and fuck themselves. But anyway, the next question, dear. Anyway, where did you meet my father?
In the I.R.O. camp.
Where?
In Fermo.
Outside of Ancona?
Yeah, outside of Ancona. He was a dental technician. Perché per emigrare gli emigranti doveva avere i denti perfetti, tutti.
Mm-hmm.
Allora mio marito, che era, dopo si diventa mio marito, e doveva fare questi denti e faceva 40 dentiere al mese per aiutare questa gente per partire via.
Okay, in translation, my dad was a dental technician who worked for the I.R.O. camps, and all the refugees needed to have a set of teeth. So he was making 40 dentures a month for people to leave the camps and to go to their destinations. And that's where she met him. So, what year did you come to Canada?
1951.
Okay. How were you treated when you came here? Be honest.
Well,
You're here.
well, I have a ticket
Yeah.
that I saved all this time, and I got over there to be put right in here in front of me, and they say to be fed.
To be fed.
Yeah.
Um,
Che ne daghi da mangiare qualchedun.
yeah.
Ecco.
To be fed. I've seen the ticket and I can actually present it. I'm sorry I didn't prepare for it. It's a green ticket with a red sticker on it, and it says to be fed, and they wore it like cattle. And they also said that if that ship wasn't clean from top to bottom when they arrived in Halifax, that they would be turned back, which I don't know where back means when you lose your homeland. Where the fuck are they going to send you? I mean, back to where? The camps again. Which was no different than arriving to Canada, the land of the free, which is a bunch of shit, because when they arrived here, they were put to work. My mom ended up in Bata Shoe.
Bata Shoes Company.
Right. How much were you making?
Batawa.
How much were you making a week?
Or maybe $35. But before we start, we went there. We arrived, I think was on Friday. Nobody, it was they call him staff house.
Yeah, staff house.
Yeah. The men was downstairs and the women upstairs. So Monday morning, the police nobody gave us food, nothing. Nobody was waiting for us. So the police come on Monday and they say get to work. There was a girl with us that she, with a hand, she showed to them that we are hungry. So they take it to some kind of restaurant, and after that, they put in some kind of corridor, and they close front door and back door so nobody can come in. The doctor was there with the nurse, and we have to pull out a skirt, the skirt all the way up.
Right.
And almost you can see the underwear. And just walking up and down, and the doctor was looking. I don't know what he was looking for, I don't know.
Pussy.
So then
Pieces of shit.
I lie down on the Chesterfield, and the nurse stick on my
Vagina?
Q-tip.
Right.
So, to check for VD.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We were sterilized when we come in Canada. We nothing.
Yeah, no kidding. They were sterilized.
So many.
The only pieces of crap who had VD were the ones who were raping all these people, in my opinion. And I was born in this country, and I'll tell you one thing, I'm not fucking proud of it. And that's my opinion because of the way my parents were treated. And, you know, there's this whole myth about how great this country is and how well they treat people. But they were treated like a complete fucking shit. And actually, I'm gonna fast forward myself. That when the Italians would congregate on College Street, the cops would come around with their batons and beat them and say, you know, break it up. You're not allowed to speak to each other. So that's disgusting for a country who claims to be multicultural, and I hope this fucking video goes viral because I'm pissed off being here. I'm 47 years old, going to be 48, and you know what? After all these years of living on this earth and in this country, I don't believe a fucking thing that Canada says. So, but I'm taking my mom's story because she's 80 years old. She's lived longer than me. She's gone through wars, seen bombs, you know, and much more. And this is the next question. Okay. Your son, my only brother, was born on June 3rd, 1953. How difficult was it living in Trenton, Ontario, working at Bata Shoes and raising a son with hardly any money? How difficult was it?
It was really molto malamente.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Sì. E
What?
lavoravo di notte
She worked at nights?
e sono venuta a casa un giorno e mio figlio che aveva la febbre alta,
Her son had a high fever?
non avevo telefono, niente, sono andata a
Sì.
piedi con la neve fino ai ginocchi, sono andata in polizia e devo mandare aiuto.
Stop there. So,
Yeah.
so my brother had a really, really high fever. My mom didn't know what to do. She walked to the police station in knee-high snow. When she got there, asking for some help, what did they do?
They say that they don't know what to do, so I come back home.
How'd you take care of his fever?
Just take him beside my bed, and we stay close to him. And then somebody called the doctor, and the doctor came, and he have a big throat infection.
Right, and he got his tonsils removed at that
Yeah.
point. Okay. All right, I remember the story. Okay, you knew that my brother Tony and your son Tony was an artist from a young age.
Yeah.
He also knew he was, because he started drawing pictures when he was 4 years old, and he had an incredible talent. You and Papa must have been proud of his talent, right?
Yes.
Right. Did you encourage him to never give up?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is that because you guys never gave up on trying to live? It's got to make sense, because I'm also an artist, and you never discouraged me from being an artist myself. Is that why? Because you suffered so much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. What did you think of giving birth to another artist like me? Did you think, oh shit, again? Oh no, again, another one.
No, my kids, my two boys was just wonderful.
Okay. I know that you were always supportive of our work, and that you still are. You witnessed both my brother and I suffer during our careers. And as much as we suffered, you and Papa still encouraged us to continue and never give it up. Why wouldn't you say, look, give it up and become a doctor, become a lawyer? Why wouldn't you do that?
No, because it was their dream and we don't want to. We encourage him. Dobbiamo aiutarli come si poteva, che vada avanti con i suoi sogni, no?
Yeah. So she said that they encouraged us to follow our dreams and not to give it up, basically. Okay, here's a difficult question. I knew that my father was a great father, but not a very good husband. He wasn't, folks. He didn't treat my mom very well. How did he make you feel? Feel. Not stories, but feel. How did he make you feel?
Really, really bad. And all the time he said it's my fault that he came to Canada.
Right.
Never liked it. Never. and I don't blame him anyway.
Yeah, but what about? I mean, you have to blame him for the way he treated you, because you didn't deserve to be treated the way you were.
No. I try to do all the time my best and stay close to him, and we was married for over 50 years. Yeah.
Very true. Did you love him?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you know that we've lost most of our family. I'm sure that many families have. Why do you think that we carried on? Why? How the hell did we carry on? I don't even know myself, so I don't know how you can answer.
Because abbiamo sofferto così tanto che siamo davanti sempre con coraggio, cercare di fare il migliore cosa che si può fare, però il desiderio nostro è sempre il mare che abbiamo lasciato.
What she's saying is that we suffered a great deal, we lost a lot of people. And she believes that we carried on because of our desire to be close to the ocean again and to feel, I would say, and I'm speaking for her, but I understand her. Basically, we carried on because of the love of our family and the culture, right? Okay. Here's a hard one. What did you feel when I told you that Tony, your first son, passed away? He was your firstborn and died in 2001. What did you feel?
Shock. I never forget. And I never forget him. Lo chiamavo le tue mani d'oro.
Yeah,
Sempre, sì.
She used to tell him that he had two golden hands.
Yeah.
And he did. And he always will. And after Tony died, everything changed for me, as it did for you and Papa.
Oh, mamma mia, sì.
Everything changed. How was it that you didn't give up? How? How did you not give up?
È difficile da dire, difficile.
It's hard to say?
Sì.
Well, how didn't you give up after he passed away?
No, perché avevo un altro figlio, Roberto.
Oh, because you have another son. Okay, yeah. No, but I mean, how did you not give up yourself? You know what I mean? Like,
qualche volta che ho pensato.
You thought about killing yourself?
Yeah. Di andare in cimitero.
To go to the cemetery?
Sulla tomba del mio figlio.
At Tony's grave?
Yeah, e morir là, vicino di lui. Ma dopo che ho pensato mio marito, ho pensato il mio Roberto, e non potevo fare una cosa del genere mai più.
So she thought of laying next to my brother's grave, doing herself in, and what stopped her was that her husband and that I was still around. Good move, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah. Adesso ho 80 anni e volessi vivere ancora più che posso per mio figlio, per Roberto, non lo voglio lasciare assolutamente.
She's saying she's 80 years old and she'd like to live longer